Open with a poem called I Dream. They come down from their gated thrones, ask for a typed page or notarization. Their eyes roll around my lopsided office, cracked steps, rusted roots, musty windows, and happy spiders. I don't have time for details like spinning e-webs, crystal windows, or sinking sunsets. My plants are thirsty, but I place my stamp on their beloved page, or spin a resume, charge half price, then return to the flickering screen, the inbox, and data entry. I recall my choice of business major to dispel the family joke of being a basket weaver. I type their jobs, calendar their dates. Sticky web with its HTML is beyond me, but I try, and I'm all tangled up. Yet inside, a world away from all of that, I dream. So,
I was going to let you see.
It's okay.
Beat Museum, I thought I should do a poem that had some, heroin in it, so.
We like hero women.
It's called Jesus Fix. Just 16 and bumping along in a moving truck, Texas to California. Big brother, my Jesus drives, just him and me, sitting tall in my seat, soaking in this precious stretch of time, so hungry for my big brother. His rambling man lifestyle left me home and lonely with just me and Dad, waiting, always waiting for the surprise appearance, the coveted phone call. But now I have him all to myself on this long trip, my savior, my brother, with his wild stories, adventurous life. Dad follows behind with the dog and the Chevy Impala. Right now, my life cannot get any better. But my brother, my Jesus, he needs a fix. Confidently steers the truck with his knees, ties his arm off. My brother Jesus, he needed a fix. Twisted turn of expectations tests my faith, sucks my innocence out of the cab into the landscape of nothing but the passing desert. I keep lookout as best I can, try not to act shocked, show my Savior, I am cool, Jesus, I can handle this. Mentor my brother, melting milky heroin in a spoon, squeezing my life smaller as I watch the needle bloody his arm. Holy time, I tell my faithful self as he presents the offering. Want to lick the spoon? I turn the scene into a touching moment of a home movie. A bowl of cake batter, so natural to lick that spoon. But the flavor is not creamed butter and sugar. Bitter opiate pins my pupil, foams my mouth. Hot Arizona hotel has a cool bathroom floor. Dad assumes I'm car sick. For hours I heave on that floor and contemplate my Savior.
Oh my God.
And so Juanita read a piece on jazz, so this is the companion piece to that. Jazz has always kind of perplexed me, so that's what this is about. It's called Mystery. Jazz, you are a mystery to me. Curly notes cue up to fugues on acid. Sprightly tuned colors ignite velvet fur juxtaposed with electric fusion. Noodle highways drive sound from a high-speed chase to the color of cool green avocado. Striped trumpets pop like stars in your xylophone hair. Jester music, you are two-faced. You climb me from your creamy lips just to nudge me to the suicide drop of a skyscraper. Jazz shaman, mystery witch, you pull me deep into your fractals, lose me in your saxophone eyes, then hang on your obtuse hooks my ears, waiting to be rescued in a wave of piano or left to drown in a minor sea. Mysterious jazz, you shun convention. You spark infused parody, soothe, then confuse and take hostage our sensibilities of rhythm. And into the smoky night of slippery, hot pepper butter love, you stand guard over the rebellious realm of the undefinable, keeping the lock safe from the key, your mystery. On time there. I've got 2 more. Okay. All right. This next one was inspired after a visit to the French Quarter there in New Orleans, and this is kind of a poetic history of the French Quarter from my perspective. It's called The Color of Rue. Stepchild of the Mississippi, born on the defiant shore of mixed ancestry, pigment of tribal song and French regents, color shaped her lips like a song. Levees lifted her arms to place her crescent. She flowed her roots swamp deep and alligator rich. Sticky voodoo mist and hard brow colonialism spiced the rue. Carib boys marched and jazz hearts tapped. She spread her legs and collected gold like any enterprising girl would do, port and parcel, building her jewel box and investing in her swampy shore barely above the level. She was coveted enough for war, but not enough to die for. She was sold like a whore, abandoned by her French father, left her jewel box empty and her skin blazing with yellow fever. Good Friday burned her memory, but fattened her Tuesday. Her heritage dripped out her Edwardian windows. Her character seeped out of the cracks in her streets. Disregarded by the modern investors who didn't find her worth the plunder, her antiques were left to the impoverished, who took her heart in their care and left her buildings naked. She broke free in spite of her decrepitude and served up her poverty on a Creole plate, made it taste good. Her saviors were the bohemian, her resurrector, the musician, the artist, and the bum. They embraced her decay and preserved her style. Ultimately, poverty was her great protector. It is what preserved her and delivered her back to us so we can go back in time when life was raw, burnt sugar authentic, taste her rue, drink her ethnic flavors, and relish in the irreverent sauce that only the French Quarter can serve up. One more? Okay. I'll just end with this one. It's supposed to be humorous, so feel free to giggle. It's called A Tepid Bath with Jack Nicholson. Lukewarm water roars into the bathtub. My nerves ache for that shot of relief only blazing water can give. I release myself to float in the cowardly bath, squirming to keep my skin from making contact with the comfortless air. I bet Jack Nicholson doesn't have to take tepid baths. I meditate on the medicine chest poking out like a 1970s TV. I bet he has a recessed medicine chest and spicy hot water never ending. I close my eyes to the shower curtain and pretend the water is luxurious enough, brave enough to give me the hot bite I want. And it comes to me that I know Jack Nicholson doesn't have to be annoyed at his spouse for turning down the blasted water heater to supposedly save a few dollars. I know this because I read they live in separate houses. He never has a spouse sneaking around like a gremlin, moving things, but especially turning water heaters down to save money. This, of course, makes me hate Jack Nicholson because he's rich and never has to take a tepid bath. Maybe if I wait long enough, the water will be hotter when I turn it on again. But no, it's cooler. I'm going to kill my husband when he comes home. He's going to wish we lived in separate houses. There's nothing like a tepid bath to get your blood boiling.